The boys are back. Volume 4 in the making right now. Episode 1. What is good? Straight up Tennessee family. It's your boy Ruck in the building. I got that boy Sel in the building with me as well. Man, it is about to be a night. It's about to be a season. Like, we are just now getting started, 2024. And I'm trying to tell y'all right now, we got a lot of things in the pipe cooking. But tonight is just the beginning. Episode 1, Volume 4. I don't even know what to say, bro. I'm up right now, bro.
Let's get it. We
I'm
locked in.
up. I'm excited, man. I think it's going to be a special volume. A lot of people are going to be able to understand why we took this break, because now it's all heat. It's all gas, no brakes. You already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to Volume 4. Let's get it.
First play, second quarter, touchdown Tennessee. That throw's intercepted. Pierce down the sideline. Touchdown.
What's happening, y'all? We back, man. Welcome to Volume 4, straight up Tennessee, baby. It's your boy Ruck in the building, joined by my guy Sel. And as y'all know, if y'all have been along for the journey for any amount of time, that boy Turner is never on time. Never on time. So we're going to pray for Turner. Everybody, wherever you are, just begin to pray. Pray however you pray. If you don't pray, shout at him. Shout. Just shout outside and say, Turner, get on the show, because everybody needs to see that boy Turner.
Waiting for that return. What's good with you, man? How you been? How's life treating?
It's better now because we back.
We back.
Oh,
back
man.
And reloaded.
Look at my boys in the chat. Dylan Elam, we back. We back, Dylan. We back for sure. Shout out Tennessee. Oh, we here. Go big orange. Yes, sir. We back, man. It's going to be a fun. I'm excited because I think this is going to be the most refined and the most improved version of the Straight Up Tennessee podcast, man. Like, if y'all don't know, Sel has kind of taken all of our social content and really just made it X amounts so much better. Scheduled posts, reels, everything. So not only is he helping out with that, but now he also going to be hopping on when he can as our third, bro. It's going to be really cool with that. That boy Austin, he's going to be back locked in full effect as well. But man, there's just so many things that we have down the pipe. We have reached out to 3 big names on this roster, one of which who have hit us back. I can't tell you who it is right now because it is not 100% checked in. But all I'm going to tell y'all is he's a Florida boy, and all of the Vol fans absolutely love this kid. And I'm pretty sure that this is a lock. It's not a lock yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a lock because we connected, and I can't wait to have him on the show. So let me set this up this way, y'all, real quick, for everybody who did not get to see the last episode of Volume 3. So kind of what we're going to be doing here, moving into Volume 3. So with moving into Volume 4, I'm sorry. So with Volume 4, we are changing up our schedule just a little bit. We're still, once the season starts, we're still going to have Sunday night. We'll be live on Sunday night after the game. We're going to have Monday Night Live, which is our Who Is show. The only episode that's going to change weekly is going to be the midweek chat. So we will continue the midweek chat, but we will only do the midweek chat on special weeks, specifically Alabama, Georgia, Florida,
Big boys,
big games. We will do the midweek chat because those are also going to go and coincide with our big guest shows. So anybody from former VFLs to current VFLs, or just other beat writers from other schools. So, you know, we always have the boy Stephen Cawley from Alabama join for Bama Week, looking at getting a couple of more friends to jump in on that as well. Trying to work with Eric Kane over at Locked On Vols and try to get him on the show for a slot every now and then. I know he's got a lot of things moving and working together, but trying to get Locked On Vols on as well. But I think you guys are going to be really excited for what's to come as far as from player interviews. Our player series is going to continue this fall. And like I told y'all, the first person that's going to be on the show, y'all going to love this cat. And I love him already just from the conversations we had so far. But he's going to bring some energy to this. So that's going to be actually really dope. But then y'all know Friday we will have one more day, a.k.a. Chop It Up Friday. And we'll do our Friday show as scheduled. Tennessee plays an early game on Saturday. We might do the Sunday show after the game on Saturday if they play a noon or a 1 o'clock type game. I think for me, obviously the biggest switch for this season for all the Vol fans in the football realm is the switch from the SEC being on CBS to now the SEC on ABC and ESPN. What do you think about the switch? And are you excited that we don't have to listen to Gary and Vern or Gary? Like, I just don't want to hear Gary Danielson's voice ever again, bro.
Man, I don't know, because I'm just used to that. Da, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like that on a crisp fall Saturday. Like
special.
It's now they're going to be doing that for like a Rutgers game. Like what? So like, I was talking about this the other day. So what does this mean now? Like, is the game of the week going to be like the night game now, or are they still going to have the 3:30 slot? Like,
yeah, they have a couple of different slots. So from what my understanding is, they released a schedule a few weeks ago of some of the games that they have already locked in times for. So like, I know that Texas and Alabama play at 3:30 on ABC.
Okay.
So we're still going to get 3:30. Some of them are 4:30. We're going to have some of them that may end up being 6:30, 7:30. And that's all Eastern time. So for us, we're going to get that game a little bit earlier.
Right.
But supposedly the times didn't change much. I think the only time slot that did change a lot is the noon game. So the noon games don't actually start at noon, anymore. Tennessee plays UTC first game, August 31st at 12:45.
Okay.
Which is so weird. I'm like, why the 45, bro? Like, what? Who pitched y'all off to make y'all do 45? Like, like who did that? Check out the boy Dylan. He said Gary can have fun calling Indiana. Bruh. Imagine that though. It's gonna be welcome to the Big Ten. This is like trash, bro. It's the SEC on CBS.
Right,
it's
ratings go all the way down.
CBS, like, come on, bro. That is trash.
Yeah.
However, we're not even supposed to talk, but this is what we do at Straight Up Tennessee, and who cares? I'm interested in the Big Ten a lot this year.
Man, me too.
A lot, because Washington, USC, Oregon, like Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Like, you are going to truly have to work to get out of there to be in that 12-team playoff.
Right.
And I don't know. Let me say this. I wouldn't be shocked if one of those big three, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, don't make the playoff this year because
of a West team.
And now they're going to have like the travel schedule, Sale. Like, think about this, bro. They said their first 5 games, they're traveling a total of 23,000 miles.
Man, that's wild. That's just so hard on, like, you're not a pro, even though you're getting paid. You're not a pro. So you got your busy schedule off the field, and then you're going to leave. Who knows? Like, with that travel, like, you're doing this consistently throughout the year, they're going to leave early on a Friday, and that's a 3-hour flight. If that, it might be longer depending on where you're going. And then depending on the time of the year, you're going from nice 70 and sunny to mess around and play in the snow. Like, that's going to be hard on the body and the mental, like, all around. But now, like you said, Big Ten, that's going to be, those CBS games might not be that bad, but
I don't think that, I mean, like prime example right here. Let's go to the chat real quick. Tennessee Jr. says those kickoff times are crazy. Gary can go far away for good. I'm here for that 100%. Dylan says Oregon versus Ohio State is a game I got my eye on. Let's talk about that, because you're going to have Dan Lanning, who, after they played Colorado, when he was like, they playing for checks, we playing for wins, or something. I can't remember how he said that, but I was like, okay, Dan Lanning actually got some
fire to him.
Yeah. He ain't scared of like nobody, and so I was like, okay, he's gonna do fine because his team gonna feed off the same type of energy, right? Ohio State is kind of the question mark in the Big Ten for me this year. Here's why. You lose CJ Stroud, who we all have seen. He went to the NFL and absolutely had an incredible rookie year this past year. Now, they had that, but they also had Devin Brown and what's the cat that transferred to Syracuse? Gosh, I can't remember. Devin Brown's the backup quarterback. The starter was.
I don't know. Help us out in the comments, chat.
Yeah, somebody throw it in the chat real quick. I can't remember the quarterback that played this year, but he transferred to Syracuse. Now they got Will Howard, who transfers in from Kansas State. Everybody's saying Kyle McCord. That's right. Kyle McCord. Yep. That was the guy that transferred out to now Syracuse. Now Will Howard comes over from Kansas State. Everybody's saying he's the dark horse. He's the guy that's going to put Ohio State back on the map. I'm just not so sure about that. Like, yes, they added Quinshon Judkins from Ole Miss. That's the biggest thing they added. Caleb Downs as well on the defensive side. But you get past those two stars, and it's still the same Ohio State who can't beat Michigan. And so my question mark for them is going to be, can they get over the hump? Now adding more firepower like USC and Washington and that Oregon, bro, like that's not a team I want to play just because of the tempo, one, but then two, the offense is always nasty. It don't matter who's back there at quarterback, they always play good. So it's going to be interesting to see that specifically that Oregon and Ohio State game.
Is Oregon expected to reload with, Bo Nix and everyone leaving?
Oregon just got Dillon Gabriel from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Also, Josh Heupel coached Dillon Gabriel at UCF. So he was at UCF, transferred to Oklahoma last year. Now he's at Oregon. They gonna be fine. Dylan said, I feel bad for the other sports, to be honest. Midweek baseball, UCLA flying to Rutgers on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah.
Basketball too.
Yeah, hoop, man. Like hoop, and you playing way more than football. Right? Like you enjoy, like, okay, I'm thinking about Ohio State or whoever. You in let's just say you're in Michigan on a Tuesday. You're gonna get back home and fly to Oregon.
Right.
And it's like, bro, and we got to get out this plane and hoop the next day.
Right. Hopefully they're smart and they'll kind of do like NBA. You know how they'll do like a whole West Coast tour almost where they'll just tackle. I don't know if they'll do that for college, but that's a smart thing to do. So that's something to look out for when those schedules come out.
Yeah. Dylan also says, thinking Ryan Day gets canned and they promote Chip Kelly next year because Ohio State hired Chip Kelly to be the OC. And they're thinking if Ryan Day doesn't have a good year this year, Chip Kelly gets the job. Tennessee Jr. says they thought those sports were losing money. Just wait till those travel bills kick in for the smaller budget sports and schools. Think it's going to be the death of a lot of schools, teams long term. I don't disagree with that because the lengthy travel, bro, that costs money. And they ain't flying like standard.
Yeah. Well, those smaller teams, they're going to get paid to come out for their one or two, their annual butt whoopings to get paid for their facilities or whatever. But nah, those big schools that are doing that, they got all the money in the world. And then these new deals with networks and all that stuff. Yeah. It's crazy how money in sports is just going up. Like pros, MLB money is crazy. NBA money is becoming MLB money. NFL is becoming NBA money. It's crazy right now.
It is crazy. I did not expect, and again, this is what we do in Straight Up Tennessee. I did not expect these NBA contracts that I have seen.
Man.
Guys that play 20 minutes getting 48 mil.
Yeah.
I'm like, could I just be 6'7", 250, and you know, just get a shot on the bench, make
Can
a
I
couple,
get
retire?
Let me get my jumper back right and let me try this again.
God, because I'm like, yo, these contracts, these guys literally are not even like, some of them are not even role players,
Mm-hmm.
and they getting $30 million contracts to chill.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, man. Let's see what Tennessee Junior says. Says football gets paid big, baseball, softball, etc. Yeah. No, you're right. Football, I would say, though, and I might be wrong here, but I would beg to say Coach Calipari era at Kentucky, basketball was the highest paid sport at Kentucky. I wonder if it's like that even at Arkansas now, because they said when he moved, he was getting an NIL bag. So something to think about.
Yeah.
Something to think about. He says, how much high and test until I get that HGH and test till I get that contract. Listen, start trying now, Tennessee Junior. You gotta start trying right now. Man, just to keep it flowing. Obviously, Tennessee plays a football game, bro, in literally less than 2 months. There are only 7 more Saturdays until.
Oh my God. I did not realize it was that close.
7 Saturdays until Tennessee takes the field at Shields Watkins, aka the General Neyland Stadium, and play the UTC Mocs. And we get to start. Look, hey, Adrian, what's up, boy?
It's a school reunion, man.
Good to see you, my boy. Good to see you, my boy. Here's the thing that I kind of want to set this portion of the show up. I'm excited to see what we've all been wanting. We saw 4 quarters of it in the Cheez-It Bowl, and it is officially the Nico Iamaleava era, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much hype do we as fans deserve to put into him? Or should we be cautious?
I'm not putting any hype into that UTC game at all. Like, yes, it's going to be nice to have band, everything out, full effect, blah, blah, blah. But it's going to be, as they always say, a glorified scrimmage. I think we will see a lot of Nico because, Hypo don't ever like to pull quarterbacks early when he should. So I feel like we will see Nico for a good extended period of time. Hopefully we see him. Hopefully Nico, he kind of does like what he did with Joe. Maybe he might tell him this is game 1. We're not going to do a lot of, design runs and stuff like that. But I'm looking ahead already to week 2. That's just me.
I'm trying to save all of this for Thursday when we record Thursday.
Okay. My fault.
No. What you're doing is fine because we ain't even diving in. We ain't really diving in.
Yeah.
But I do have to say this, and I'm probably going to say it again. There are way too many similarities with this 2024 schedule and the 2022 schedule. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. I'm done until Friday's show going to be a banger, y'all. Just wait. Because there are way too many similarities to where it's not something to talk about. Like, bro, we got to talk about it because it's way too close. And the congruencies, the way the schedule is set up. Yeah. I'll say this right now, and I'll talk about this more. We're going to win or lose this season in October this year. Typically, November is when we win or lose it. 2022, we play South Carolina in November.
You can say week 3 is. You can say week 3-4 is traditionally breaks. Is the winter break for us because it's the Florida game, and that's always a huge factor. But it's going to be different this year. It's going to be kind of prolonged a little bit.
This year it's October, bro, because October 5th you go to Arkansas. Mm-hmm. October 12th you got Florida at home. Mm-hmm. October 19th you got Alabama at home. Mm-hmm. Then you get a bye week, and the first week in November you got Kentucky back at Neyland. It just boom, boom, boom. So it's gonna be insane. Let's hit the chat real quick, and we'll keep on chopping it up on this. Tennessee Junior said, I'm way too old. Back in the day, played in the later 90s. I'd die in 30 seconds right now. Oh, man. Tennessee Junior also said to Dylan, when Dylan said 7 Saturdays too long, Tennessee Junior says, facts. Longest time of every year. End of baseball to the start of football. That's facts, bro.
Well, we got some little stuff now. Summer leagues kicking off.
That's true. I've been watching.
NFL preseason is going to start.
Yep.
And then Olympics, we got Olympics too, end of this month. Yep. So it ain't that bad. It ain't. But right now we watching the Savannah Bananas on East. It's crazy right now. What
do you think about this? And I know I don't want to talk about this yet.
I agree with that too, Dylan. But I'm listening.
I 100% agree with that. And I don't think it's because why everybody thinks either, which we're about to dive into the defensive side after we talk just a little bit about offense right now. So hold that thought. I'm full bore Homer stupid fan. We're going to bring it all home until we come on, Tennessee Junior. See, you the reason that we all got battered Vol syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
This is why, because we're going to face some adversity and then
get him out of there.
And talk about
get him out of there.
Fire Nico. Like, you can't even fire the kid, bro. He's a billionaire. We can't fire him. But stop that. I'm telling you on July 8th to stop that right now. Tennessee Junior says, haha, you know it, bro. Let's talk a little bit about the Nico era, right? Dylan said he was cautiously optimistic. My take is this. We know what we've got. It's the first consensuous 5-star quarterback we've had since in my generation. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
Since the ranking system came out, you know, he is what the kids would say. He is him. And we saw in the bowl game him make throws that a freshman should not be making at this level. I don't care if it was against Iowa's second string. We beat them 35-0. I don't care. I think that this year, it's not going to necessarily be all about what Nico does, but it's going to be more about how much protection can he get. Because Cooper Mays, we need him healthy all year. John Campbell, we need him healthy all year. Andre Carrick, we need him healthy all year. There are so many guys up front that we need healthy all year. Obviously, you get Lance Hurd from LSU. We need him healthy all year.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys up front are what I believe are going to excel Nico to be more confident to make plays, not just on his feet, but he's going to be more confident in the pocket. We know he can throw the ball. He's accurate. We've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
But is he going to be confident enough to sit there and allow the play to develop like Hendon Hooker was in 22? If you go back and watch some of these plays, yeah, Hendon Hooker was getting the ball out of his hands quick, but some of these plays took a little time to develop. The first one that comes to my mind is Jalen Hyatt's third touchdown against Alabama. He runs an outside wheel route on the bottom half of the screen. If you go and watch it, he's running. Brew McCoy runs a quick slant, like maybe an 8-yard slant, frees Jalen up against Jordan Battle on the back end. I think they might have been playing cover 2, cover 3, but I think they were honestly playing cover 3. They showed 2. Jalen Hyatt just burned the safety.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the stadium watching this play, and I'm like, throw the ball. Like, it felt that slow. But once he let the ball go 50-something yards in the air, tutty. But I think it literally from snap to release was like 6 seconds. That's a long time in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get that type of protection for Nico? Because if so, he's going to do the same things. He's going to be able to do the same exact things that Hendon was doing. And we've seen with time and escapability, because Nico's shifty. He can get there and he can make plays. But will he actually have the time? That's what I'm concerned about. So Dylan says this: I'm worried about, knock on wood. Let me find some. There we go. Nico has to stay healthy. If he goes down, the season is over. Yeah,
and I think that would be a factor in play calling. Like all the runs, design runs we saw in the bowl game. Yeah, I mean, you got months after that where, you know, if something happens, he got his time to recover. I don't it might be like a Joe Milton situation where we'd be like, why isn't he using Joe's feet? It's because, we question, is Nico ready? All of those questions that we might still not have the exact answers to. But it might be the same situation this year where we'll be like, we need Nico to use his feet. And it might be throughout the season, it's kind of be like a pick and choose, like depending on the matchups or when it is in the season, who's protecting him, all of those other things that might be a factor on how we use Nico all over again. I think Hypo is very strategic, and I like how he keeps it under the radar. Like, honestly, I feel like they learned from last year, from the overhype, and Joe got killed last year. Take it as you want, if he deserved it or he didn't. But I feel like Hypo is very aware of what's going on in his locker room, what the outside noise is, and what he has in the locker room far as who's next up on my roster.
Yeah. And I think he also does a really good job of letting them just play. I think about so many runs in 2022 for Hendon Hooker that were not designed runs, but he said, I'm going to go get 6 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Joe just, for some reason, didn't have that instinct to say, like, let me just go get 6 instead of forcing a ball or throwing it out of bounds. But Hendon would get 6 and get down. And it's like, that is what kept our drives alive.
Yeah. Hendon loved that bullcrap spin.
Yeah, down is true. But he still would go and he would get positive. I would rather take 3 to 4 yards on second down.
Yeah.
Than a throwaway, and now it's still 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you're right. Joe would have covered
anything with 3rd and 9, bro.
Yeah, and Joe, he can take the contact too. He actually seeks it too much when he would go head hunting. But yeah, that's another question too. Like, he could have chipped away and helped so much just by, like you said, getting 2 to 4, maybe 6. Just I don't know.
I think about the drive against Alabama at Alabama. Right out of halftime, Alabama scores in 2 plays. We get the ball back, and we go 3 and out. I think it was on 1st down. We ran like a PA seam kind of route concept. Slot receiver ran a seam. Tight end ran kind of like a drag. Outside receiver ran a comeback. The outside receiver was wide open on the comeback, but he threw it out of bounds because he didn't think that he was open. 2nd and 10. And there's so much momentum in that moment. And I'm like, we can't do that. We can't do it. And so
that game feel.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm most excited about, the offensive side. Defensive side of the ball, going back to kind of what Dylan said, defense is way better than 2022. We're going to have a whole show on defensive expectations, what we think. But for setting up, again, this is the setup for volume 4. I think the defense is going to be better this year because everybody knows the defensive line is nasty. We know that. James Pierce. They saying he going number 1 in the draft. There's a lot of hype built around him. So as well deserved. But
I actually saw he was projected forward to the Titans, but go on.
Yeah, respect. But there's so many other guys on there as well who are going to get great, who are going to have the potential to have great years because there's going to be so much focus on number 27, James Pierce. I think the defense is going to be way better than 2022 because the defensive back room. This is the first year that we have no idea what we have back there. We knew last year, oh yeah, Jalen McCullough's coming back. Wesley Walker's back. We knew all of these. T-Mac is back. Like, we knew all of these guys were back, but guess what? They all gone. And it's the first year that we have like a clean slate in the back, in the back end. And so for me, that is where I'm like, okay, I'm excited to see this defense because I think the back end is great. Jermon McCoy, transfer freshman from Oregon State, had a crazy freshman year, bro. 3 or 4 picks. PBUs are out of this world. Lockdown type cornerback. Andre Turrentine showed up big time in the Cheez-It Bowl. Caught him a pick there. He's going to play. Ricky Gibson, we don't even know what all we got with Ricky. We saw a lot of Ricky last year, but we don't know truly what all we got. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited about that defense. I'm excited about the back end of the defense more than anything. And I'm excited to hopefully, fingers crossed, see Keenan Peely play 12 games.
Thanks.
If Peely can play a full season, I'm not worried about that linebacker room at all. Because T-Lander also grew up. He grew up over the offseason.
Right.
Dylan says, that's the thing. If they double James Pierce, that opens up Amari Thomas, Elijah Simmons, Tyree West, Josh Josephs, ETC, dogs on dogs. Literally, dogs on dogs. Yeah. Adrian says, I'm looking forward to seeing Boo Carter. Absolutely. Absolutely ready to see the Chattanooga product, bro. Got to see Boo Carter. What about you, Sal? As far as just overall, what excites you about the season? Who you excited to see on August 31st?
In general, like you said, it's kind of like we getting a clean slate in a way, and there's expectations, but it's low key at the same time. So I'm excited about that. And I think since, the playoff is expanding, that adds a little bit more, like anxiousness to it. Because it's like, we can lose 2 and get in there.
Yeah.
And, like, we have the talent, but it's like we have to wait and see. And like you said, like in 2022, it might take week by week and we can get closer and closer. But, we got a chance. But I'm excited to see that boy D. Samp get the keys.
I was about to say the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
I think his production in the Cheez-It Bowl, Citrus Bowl, let me know he's RB1. Like he is ready. He's ready for that too. Like that was the thing I saw was he was ready for it. So mine is D Sam, and then mine low key, like on the low key, is Chris Brazzell, new receiver from Tulane. I feel like him and Nico just locked. Like from highlights I saw, orange and white game, I feel like they are just locked.
Yeah.
And, that's another 6'5" weapon, bro. So
also excited to see how Brew bounces back. Very excited to see.
I think Brew's going to be able to. I feel like Brew is our Cedric Tillman this year.
I hope so. I can see it.
Guy, 10 yards. Like he's not going to go get bombs all year. It's going to be 10, 15 medium.
You're going to get that 50-50 ball every time.
Middle of the field work. And let's just let him get the ball and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Man, before we wrap up, y'all, we're going to wrap this show up talking a little bit about College Football 25, the video game. This time next week, your boy is locked in. I'm pre-ordered already. I need to know whoever pre-ordered. Sell. I know you finna get married, so y'all know you ain't probably bought no car. But we're gonna have to. Hey, we need a donation for next Monday's live. We're gonna have our super chats back, and we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Marcellus to get a P5. We got PS5 so we can get this College Football 25. We are going to be doing a dynasty.
Straight up Tennessee league. Let's get it.
Anybody here who has P5, who has a PlayStation 5 and wants to jump in our online dynasty, hit us on Instagram at Straight Up Tennessee. We're going to have a massive dynasty. I think obviously you can only get up to 32 teams, but we already got a few people who are locked into that. So if y'all want to join, I want to extend the invitation. We're gonna make this a reel for Instagram. Okay. If you want to be involved with the Straight Up Tennessee Dynasty League, go ahead, hit us on Instagram, Straight Up Tennessee, slide in there, shoot your username, and we'll start setting some things up because it's gonna be fun, man. We kind of want to do something wild. I ain't gonna tell you too much now, but it's gonna be a fun dynasty. But we got to start a GoFundMe for so he can get in there too.
I ain't had a game system since high school, and I was on Xbox back then. But boy, I watched the video today for the gameplay. I said, "Ooh!" I feel that the fingers started itching again. I said, "Ooh, I might have to get one back."
Adrian says, "Say less." Tennessee Junior Brew is going to lead the team in catches, not yards, but he's the go-to clutch physical receiver, 100%. Others will be opened up with the cover. See, I agree with that. I feel like Brew is going to bring so much attention. So we're going to have to figure that out. as far as the other receivers. So I agree with that. My man, I know who this is. Jeff, what's up, baby? He's even out the Xbox people. He's got a great podcast as well for anybody who wants to know more about the local church and things that could potentially hinder the church, but also things that are healthy. It's not all about the negativity. It's all about how can we see churches grow and be more healthy. And so they kind of dive into more more in-depth topics, but love their podcast. What's up, Jeff? Good to see you, bro. Adrian said he got you on Monday.
I'm gonna put my thing in the comments. We gonna get it started now.
Tinder says still considering getting a console. Been many years.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Just got a new one just for the game. I'm telling y'all, man. If y'all didn't get the chance to see the gameplay deep dive today, I felt like I was watching them play, because the way that they was moving felt smooth.
Man, it's so detailed, like little stuff, like the running back from Michigan was playing. Is it Edwards?
Yeah, Donovan Edwards and then Bordeaux.
So he was playing, him and Bordeaux were playing. This man is so detailed. Like he would make an audible, and it shows the quarterback and the running back looking over to the sideline to get the call. It's crazy. You can score on the road. You can hear the crowd drop when they running out for the pregame show. Penn State's yelling and chant. When he did a running play and he was breaking tackles, the stiff arm, like it looks ridiculous how detailed the shifts and all this stuff. And I think the features is cool too, like the wear and tear, and it's showing you. Yeah, it's so they put so much thought and effort into it. I'm saying, like, it's got me really considering, like, I might have to look in. Oh, if they get a college hoops too, yeah, I'm back.
It's
I'm
over.
Back. I'm back. My wife. The honeymoon season. I'm gonna ruin it because I'm gonna be in them sticks.
I'm praying for you, Caitlin. I'm sorry. It's not my fault though. We just started a GoFundMe for this man, so it's not my fault. No, it's a straight up Tennessee fault, man. One of the dopest things that I saw was how you can now show different coverages. Like, let's say we come out in cover 3, we can show cover 2, can try to confuse the quarterback, and then drop 3, and it's game over with. I love that.
Fire.
The one thing that I'm gonna say this right now. This is the most true thing I have seen, bro. We were not in the top 25 for offensive power ranking. We were not in the top 25 for defensive power ranking. Granted, I understand. We like to score. We don't play a lot of defense. But we're not even in the top 25 according to College Football 25. Something is not right. And everybody in the country knew something was wrong when they did not see Tennessee's name on the top 25 for offense. That is crazy, bro. That's crazy.
It doesn't make sense.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that.
We're the 13th toughest place to play.
Yeah, no, that's cap. All the way.
Cap.
Yeah.
We capped like Colin. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Look at this. Tennessee's rankings got leaked. Brew McCoy is a 79. What is this? What are we going to
I'll give him the benefit of doubt because he's coming back from injury. But what's Nico's rating?
Yeah.
Actually, what's Nico's and what's James Pierce ranking? And that would tell us a lot.
Everything.
Those two of them.
Yep.
Help us out on that one.
Somebody tell us. But I'm excited mostly to just play in different environments and feel the stadium. Like, that's what I'm excited about. I want to play. You already know, first game for me, it's going to be Tennessee in Neyland Stadium against somebody trash. Like, I'm trying to put up a honey. You hear me? Wow. James Pierce had a 93.
Well,
okay. So that means Nico probably like an 82, 83.
How you a 93 when you supposed to be number 1 projected?
93 is tall. That's kind of tall, though. That's up there.
Yeah, I guess.
And when you talk about progression, like, you know, they're going to do the progression thing. Nico
throughout
was
the season.
90. Say Nico was a 90.
Okay.
And Brew McCoy 79. See, what are they doing, bro? I better be able to get on this game and throw the ball. That's all I'm gonna say. New passing meter looks dope. It kind of looks similar to Madden, but they say it's changed. So I'm thinking it's a feel thing. So we'll see. But y'all, that's it for today, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up right now. It was so, man, we got 11 people live with us tonight. I know y'all missed the boys. I'm glad we back, man. It's been a long time, but y'all, we got a lot coming down the pipe. Just know this right now. We will be back this week. Excuse me. We'll be back this week for Friday's show. We'll release the show on Friday. It won't be live, but we're gonna have great content. We're gonna talk about our early season predictions. We're gonna talk about the schedule and what do we think the Tennessee record will be at the end of the year. And are the college football playoff dreams going to be alive at the end of the year for the Vols? Next Monday, we're live. We're running the campaign for super chats for sale. But we're going to talk about defensive expectations that night, breaking down more of what we want to see, who we're excited about, but then also tie in because next Monday, your boy would have already been playing a little bit of this college football 25. So I'm going to let y'all know what it's on. And then obviously next Friday, we'll drop offensive expectations. The Nico Iamaleava hype, talk more about that's the official day that NCAA will drop for the entire world. And so we'll talk about that a little bit then. So, let me see this. My boy Dylan coming in the clutch. He just dropped in our Discord the leaks. So before we hop off, I'm going to say this. James Pierce, a 93. Chris Brazell, 87. Nico's 85. Squirrel White, 81.
Disrespectful.
Dylan Sampson, 80. Brew McCoy, 79. Omar Norman Lott, 77. Mike Matthews, 77. Ethan Davis, tight end, 77. Squirrel White at 81.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. That's what I'm excited to see too. Squirrel's nice.
He's extra nice, bro. But y'all, we back, volume 4. Thank y'all so much for tapping in tonight. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share this thing. Hit the bell notification right now so you never miss an episode, live or not. Hit that bell notification and hit that little square with the arrow. Share this to your mama, your granny, whoever you need to, because you already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We back, volume 4. The kickoff was fire. We're going to find a way to get Austin Turner back on the show. We're going to have to hide in his windows. He's snatching people up. We're going to get him back, y'all. But you already know what it is, man. For my guy, Sales, your boy Ruck in the building. We'll see y'all back Friday. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see y'all later.